Hi, this is Shirley from Shirley's World, and happy Easter, everybody. I don't know if anybody will be here today because it is Easter, and even though I don't think families are really getting together, I know I can't get together with mine, but I don't know, you may be having dinner or something. Hi, Bumblebee. Hi, glad you came. Yeah, I had some sales, not too many, but then 2 surprise sales in the last couple days. So yesterday, I have an Alexa. Oh, she's going to answer me now. That an Echo Dot that I can ask, "Where's my stuff?" If you ask them, "Where's my stuff?" They'll tell you if you have any Amazon things coming. Which, hi, Wendy. Yeah, so I asked yesterday, and she told me my washing machine was coming yesterday, that I had one delivery. So I waited all day for it, and it didn't come. And then today, I asked again, "Where's my stuff?" She said the washing machine was coming today, but I figured it's Sunday, it probably isn't coming today. Not only is it Sunday, it's Easter. So I know I don't know who's delivering it. I don't know if the Prime people, from Amazon are delivering, and they do deliver on Sundays sometimes. So I doubt it. But then I got a note in my email from UPS, says that I have a shipment coming tomorrow. So that's probably it. They're probably sending it. Hi, Wendy. They're probably sending it with UPS, I would think. But who knows? It's coming soon. I was just in watching. I put on a Netflix movie, and it's called Dream House. It's a spooky movie. And it was getting kind of weird, though. It was really good and spooky up until this point, and then it started to get kind of weird. So when it kind of gets out there, then I don't like them anymore. So we'll see where it goes. I'm about 3/4 of the way through it, I think. Yesterday, I was hunting around for something, and the same today. I was searching for something. Well, I'll tell you what happened today. Today, if not enough stuff's going wrong in this world, my kitchen sink clogged up. The water wouldn't go down in my huge, big farmhouse kitchen sink. So I thought, oh, this can't be happening. So it took me forever to find my sink plunger. But I did find it, and I did get it unplugged, and then I put some baking soda and vinegar down and made the volcano happen. So I think it's all clear now. So that's all fixed. I haven't had one today, knock on wood, but for the last week or so, I've been getting these sinus headaches, just not severe, but just enough to be irritating right here above my head, and almost sometimes enough to make me kind of nauseated. If that happens, I don't feel like doing anything. I can't really blame my not selling much on eBay because I'm really not doing that much. I'm really not working like I should be. I'm not listing much. I did get everything photographed of yours, Bumblebee. The only thing she can find is your phone. And in fact, I had her find my phone once today. She's always finding my phone for me. Yeah. she will find your phone. Other than that, no. um, so I was, I got everything photographed, and then I was measuring some stuff yesterday, and I got, I think, like 3 or 4 things up, and I sort of just, I had the headache, and I just didn't feel like doing anymore. I went and laid down. Once I lay down in the afternoon, that's sort of it. So I can't really blame. I'm not working very hard, to tell you the truth. It's partly depression on this whole mess that's going on with the corona thing. And I don't know, and not being able to go out and be with people, and, I think that's a lot to do with it. My son probably wonders why I'm talking to him practically every other day when I don't usually do that. But, well, today's Easter. I had to call them. My poor grandkids didn't get any Easter baskets this year. But I just talked to them this afternoon. They were doing puzzles again. So obviously they have puzzles. I told them don't throw away any puzzles. Or any Lego things, but they still play with Legos. They have a huge amount of Legos. But let's see what else. Oh, a reminder, Bumblebee. Don't forget to send the invoice. Because I know you forget sometimes. You even forget about it. Yeah, send me the invoice. Yesterday, I sold something that I needed a big scale for. The one that I used to weigh big boxes of books when I sent things to Amazon. It sits on the floor. It's flat. It sits on the floor, but it has a cord from it, a stretchy cord, that the reading can be out over here. Because this little scale on the table, if you put anything big on it, you can't read the digital numbers. You can't read how much it weighs. So you have to have this one where the screen is off to the side. So I found it. However, the battery was dead, of course. It takes a 9-volt battery. So then I had to go and hunt for a battery. The batteries used to be in that great big desk that we moved out to the other room. We emptied it before we moved it. So in that back room is a bin full of stuff that was in it. So when I opened the bin, I found the battery and put it in, and it's working fine. But guess what else I found? That little painting I was hunting for. This is probably my favorite painting. And I was so upset that I couldn't find it. But this is the little duck. It's a little wood duck. And it's on just a piece of barnwood. And this is stone, piece of stone. I forget what it's called. But that's what I painted it on. It looks like it's a hole in a tree. But that's a little baby wood duckling. And so I found it. So that was good. Yeah, so let's get on. I have my cup of tea. I made it just before I came in here. And it's hot. But it is tea time. So let's go to, I'll show you what I sold. And the last couple days I sold a couple really good things, and so that'll be at the end of this. So let us go to share the screen. Okay, I did that pretty fast. The first thing that I sold on the 5th, what day was that? Was last Sunday. This was, I think, the last thing I sold last Sunday. Yeah. So it's a Charles Tier white men's white dress shirt, and it has French cuffs on it. This is the one that had sort of short sleeves. I mean, it has long sleeves, but the sleeves were short because a lot of these are altered. These are really good, expensive shirts, and a lot of times people have them altered. And I sold this once, and it came back because they didn't read the measurements, and so I sold it again, and it sold for $24.64, which was the sale price, and they paid shipping, and it went to Wahoo, Nebraska. Wahoo. Okay. The next thing is, where is it? This t-shirt. This says, "Those who think they know everything annoy those of us who do." So I've had this for quite a while. I thought this would sell faster than it did, but it did sell for the $14.44, the sale price, and they paid shipping on that, and it went to Delray Beach, Florida. The next thing, my computer is so slow today for some reason. The next thing is one of the Beanie Babies. These are called Beanie Boos for some reason. And this was a black little skunk. Looks like a cat, but it's a skunk. See, little skunk. And the skunk's name was Flora, of course. It has glitter eyes, and that sold for $7.99, the price it was on it. I put a price on the plush. I don't put best offer, and they go free shipping. So that went to Bronxville, New York. Okay, a pair of Billabong Juniors. These are women's jeans, or girls. These are really juniors, size 3 board shorts. And they took a long time to sell, because usually I sell Billabong right away, but they're men's shorts. They're not, I never had a pair of actual girls' shorts before. So those went to Juanetta, Alabama. And those sold on Tuesday. Then I sold this Harley Davidson women's extra large. It was pretty fitted though. T-shirt, and the back had this big graphic on it. And that was the front. And that sold for, the sale price is $16.14. They paid shipping of $4.50. And that went to Anderson, South Carolina. Then here's an Orvis. This is a long sleeve polo style sweater in this maroon color. It was a cashmere blend, and it sold for $25.49, which was the sale price. And they paid $5 shipping, and that went to Tappahannock, Virginia. There's another funny Virginia name, Tappahannock. I never heard of that place, but okay. And here's my cat puzzle. I sold within 8 hours of putting it on. This was mine. I really intended on doing it. It was sealed yet. I hadn't opened it. I love this type of a puzzle. A cat laying in sort of, it looks like a garden shed that this cat is on. And there's a few little mice in there, and the cat's keeping one eye sort of open, watching those mice, I think. But anyway, it sold for $17.99, and it went to Waterbury Center, Vermont. Okay, now remember that name, Waterbury Center, Vermont. Puzzle. Okay. The next thing is this elephant that I just sort of fell in love with. It was a 9-inch elephant by Dan D. Collector's Choice. This elephant had eyes on it. You can't tell. You'd have to actually see it. I'm telling you, the eyes of this elephant looked into your soul. I almost couldn't give this elephant away. But anyway, it sold for $14.99, and it went to Waterbury, Vermont. Now these are two different people. One's a puzzle, went to Waterbury Center, and the other is this elephant. It went to just plain Waterbury, Vermont. Same place, different people. So I thought that was kind of strange. You never know. Okay, Leo and Nicole, this is a size large gray open weave sweater. This is a Stitch Fix type of brand, and that's sold as a best offer of $16. They paid $4.50 shipping, and this went to Paw Paw, Michigan. Okay, now we're coming to my Poshmark sales. They sold all together. This is a Torrid striped, I think, Bumblebee, I think you gave me this, right? This was a short crop top by Torrid, black and white knit with a short sleeve. Why didn't I put the size on there? Oh, size 14. It says on my paper, it says down here, it's size 14, and that sold for $21, and I made $16.80 from that sale. Now, this was my big sale of the week. This is that leather motorcycle jacket that I got. Remember, I got it. I was so thrilled when I got it because it was only like $5 or $5.50. They had missed it, marking it up at Goodwill, and I had it on sale on Poshmark for $149. Somebody made me an offer of $120, and I gladly took it. And when I went to weigh it, this thing weighs a ton, okay? So I put it together with the box I'm going to put it in, and the tissue and the label, everything. That's what I needed that big scale for, because I put it in a big box. And it weighed 4 pounds, 15 ounces. I mean, just under the 5-pound limit. So it shipped with the label that they sent me, or else I would have had to ask for another label or upgrade my label. Would have been the first time I would be doing that. But it did go under 5 pounds, so that was good. Yeah, it sold for $120, and I made $96 on that sale. Went to Minneapolis, Minnesota. And then the next thing that I sold, I think it was in the middle of the night, but it was counted as today. Vans high top canvas women's shoes in a size 7. And these sold for $26. And I made $20.80 on those. So those are the two things. These last two things were nice sales. Well, they're all nice sales, but the motorcycle jacket really thrilled me to no end. So let's see if I can get back here. can show you. I sold one other thing. Is that going to get me back? I stopped sharing. Usually comes right back here. Here I am. Okay, I sold something else, but they haven't paid yet, and it was 2 days ago. It's an Old Navy stretch pants, like yoga pants, in a size large. Now, the person that bought this has like 6,000 feedbacks. I don't understand why she's not paying right away. But I'll send her another invoice and see what happens. But it wasn't a real big sale, this Old Navy thing. But I like people to pay as they buy. That way I can ship as I get it in order. Yeah, that was a great sale. Yes, I thought you sent this toward. I remember that. Yeah, so I have a basket full of things that I've measured now and ready to list. I don't know. I sort of think today it's a holiday, it's Easter. I can go watch a movie or something. And tomorrow, I should actually list this stuff, because tomorrow, if my washing machine, in fact, does come, I'll be busy with that. You know, I want to do a recorded video of when I get it, maybe the first time I run it, or maybe unboxing it. I don't know what I'll do, but something that I will do so I can put it on YouTube. So what's everybody been doing this Easter? It's nice out today. It was really windy for a while, and it's supposed to be windy later, but right now the wind died way down. It sort of got sunny for a few minutes. Having my tea. My son is still staying home, so that's good. And I'm sure the kids are driving him crazy. He must bury himself in doing puzzles, because he's doing a puzzle every time I talk to him. The place that he works for, the small construction company that he works for, she gave all her employees huge hams for Easter. So, of course, that's what they were having. Yeah, I think besides the listing the things after that, I still have some things of my own, of course, to sort out and list. But it's easy if you listen to all this stuff on the news, it's easy to get all depressed. I'm fairly good today, because this is the second day in a row I have not listened to anything. I'm just living in my own little bubble here and not going anywhere, though. So I don't know, maybe somebody will tell me when it's over. No, I do listen to usually the morning news during the week. So my chickens were out in the yard for a while, and then it got so windy for a while, I think they all wanted to come in. I wanted to get them before the big wind started, which is going to be later on. I didn't want to have to be rescuing my chickens out of trees. Oh, the next level of shipping starts at 6. Oh, okay. So if I would have gone on to get an upgrade and told them exactly that it weighed, say, 5 pounds and 2 ounces, would they have sent me another label and charged me for it? I don't know. I've never done this before. Wendy, you took your dog for a drive to the vet's. He was due for his shots. He enjoys sticking his head out the window and feel a breeze. I wish my dog liked to ride in the car. We could take rides in the country, but my dog is scared to death. And that just started since he's gotten older. He just huddles in the back seat and shakes. It's horrible. Yeah, if I had any problem with it, I was going to wait to box that or wait to get the label till I talk to you here online or call you, because I didn't want to do something wrong. You don't want to get the USPS mad at you, that's for sure. Oh, you just check a chart? They show a chart when you go in there? With the first choice being 6 pounds. Well, maybe you're supposed to round up. Like if it's 5 pounds, 2 ounces, you have to round up to 6. You know, like you round up here for regular labels. So I don't know. Yeah, is it a huge amount different? I mean, would it be I heard it was expensive if you have to upgrade your label. Wendy, my other dog shakes but gets upset when he sees me take my other dog in the car. I have 2 Pomeranians. Oh, yeah. My sister has not a Pomeranian. She has a Pekingese. Yeah. Is that the one that's sort of the size of a Pomeranian but has the smushed face? Is that the Pekingese? Sue isn't here. She's probably having dinner. No, eBay is just its own version of shipping. It's crazy in your opinion. Well, you're just supposed to round up, you know, even in the ounces. If it's like 8.4 ounces, you round up to 9 ounces. That's all. You just round up always. Yeah. In my opinion, you don't want to get either the IRS or the U.S. Post Office mad at you. It does jump a lot, yeah, and then the seller has to pay for that extra. It wasn't going a long ways, though. It was going to Minneapolis, Minnesota. It wasn't going to California. Actually, the shoes, did I tell you where those Vans shoes went to? Where'd they go? They went to Spokane, Washington. So I'm glad it wasn't the other way around, although with Poshmark it wouldn't matter. That's the one nice thing. So Spokane, Washington is about as far as you can get. But it was the shoes and they paid shipping, so. Yeah, that's about it. I'll let everybody get back to their Easter. Posh is designed to be simple. It is. They could make eBay so much simpler than it is. Instead, they keep adding and trying to correct things and trying to make things better, and it just makes things more confusing. In my opinion, you know, it just And unless you read every single update, and sometimes the updates come once a month, you know, it's hard. I told my daughter, because she was looking at my Poshmark closet page, and she's a little bit interested, I think, in doing Poshmark, but I keep telling her this isn't money that you're going to get right away. See, my daughter needs money now. Oh, Sue just got here. Okay. Yeah. You'll have to go back if you want to see what I sold. I got sold one really exciting thing. I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, the thing I'm most excited, now this is really something I'd never think until I started selling them. But the one thing I'm really anxious to get back to going to Goodwill for is to get more plush animals. I only have like how many? A dozen, less than a dozen, maybe 10 on. And I've sold 3 already. So, yeah, I'm anxious to get back to get some more of those. And it's fun. It's number 1, it's fun to find them. And number 2, it's fun even to list them. So, yeah. Let's see. You were watching a movie. I was too before I was what are you watching? I put on a Netflix movie called Dream House. It's a spooky one. When you think about it, UPS does well on all the lightweight one item packages, right? If she doesn't get started though, she won't get going. I think. Oh, my daughter. Yes, that's true. Just to get going, it takes a long time for you to do anything on Poshmark. Well, any platform really, but I think more so on Poshmark. I'm not sure if she has the patience to do all the sharing and the stuff that you have to do. So I don't know. Hi, Posh Planet. Hi, yeah, happy Easter. Oh, when do you just start getting into plush? It's fun, isn't it? It's kind of fun. You're watching The Wilding? Is it good? Is it a Netflix movie? Or where'd you find it? Wendy has Precious Moments, little purple elephant plush that teardrops inside. It makes it hard to list. I'm telling you, some of them are hard to list. Some of them just speak to me. I can't keep them all though. So I have to, that elephant was probably the hardest one yet that I just sold. I don't know. It was something about the eyes. Posh Planet, you got a new keyboard. Good. You're the one that spilled the water in your keyboard. I cleaned my keyboard. I cleaned my this keyboard that goes, this Bluetooth keyboard. Look how clean it is. I took the batteries all out. I didn't shut my computer down. I took the batteries out and took it into the other room, and it was fine. I just cleaned it with a cotton ball or cotton square and alcohol, and it came super clean, real easy. Netflix, it's okay. Yeah. Sharing her closet may help her forget her troubles. That's true. Yeah, so anything to keep her busy. The only thing she can do right now is she goes out to the barn and she's with her horse. She says that's the only time that she feels any peace, and the only time she feels like it's sort of normal is when she's out there with her horse. And the rest of the time she's so worried about money and her bills and everything. And I've told her a million times she doesn't have to worry and just stop stressing about it, but she just doesn't believe me. Yeah, and it is. It got really clean. It was pretty grimy. Yeah. That was lots of years of usage ever since. It's like I never cleaned it before. And this computer's like 6 years. How old is this computer, Sue? 6 years old? Maybe even 7. I don't know. 5 or 6, could be 7 years old. And I never cleaned it. I mean, I don't have filthy hands, but it still gets grimy, you know. Yeah, super clean now. Looks brand new. Actually, I should clean my mouse. But it doesn't look dirty at all. You should have done a before and after on the keyboard, right? She does have things in her closet. You know, she lived in New York, Manhattan for a while. And I don't think she threw anything away. That's another thing about my daughter. She doesn't like to throw things away. So she had bundled some stuff up she was going to give me for me to list in mine, you know. But then this thing came, this virus, and we haven't even seen each other. So she still has that. I told her, you have that big bag of stuff. You can start right on that. So I don't know. eBay has such a lot of things to learn on it. It would be easier if she would be able to come over here and I could show her. But right now she can't. So I think Poshmark would be much easier. That's so easy. Yeah, it would be good for us both. New York, Manhattan. There was somebody on YouTube, what was her name? She was from she would go shopping in Manhattan in the Goodwills. They do have Goodwills in Manhattan. And she never showed her face. All you saw was she would show things on a table and she'd show you what she got. And of course, they were real super duper brands. The New York Thrifter, was that her name? I haven't seen her lately. New York Thrifter. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could talk her into starting. I think once she gets started, and then especially if she'd sell something, she would get enthused. But I don't know. She was talking about getting horse. Here was her idea. She was going to send for not wholesale boxes, but collect horse stuff like bridles and hardware from horses. Not so much big saddles because that's too expensive to list. Alexa, what's my notification?
One new notification from Alexa. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a high wind warning for Medina.
Oh,
It'll be in effect from April 13th, 6 a.m. EDT until April 13th, 8 p.m.
Thank you. That's a weather warning about high winds. I thought maybe my washer came and they put it on the deck and I didn't hear them. Yeah, you forgot about her. Oh, she adopted another child. Dexter. Yeah, that could be why she's busy. If you're not going anywhere, maybe she could come over. She doesn't want me to be in contact with anybody, including her, because she goes out to the barn and she goes to Target once in a while. Even though she wears gloves and a mask, which really doesn't protect her. She's protecting other people, but she has no symptoms or anything. But she doesn't want me to get in contact with anything. Give Dex the melatonin now. Yeah, I should. I gave it real early the last storm when the tornado came through. Of course, that was really big. These winds aren't supposed to be that bad. If she really gets hooked on Posh or eBay, you could will all yourself. I know. Oh. Right, it's all in the bins and everything. She could somehow switch, I don't know how you do it, switch the store to her name somehow. I don't know, it's connected to banking and everything else, so I don't know how you do that, but everything's all, I have 1,400 and some items. It's all bagged and ready to go here. I don't know. Dexter, the weather report. Oh, maybe. He's smart. Yeah. Well, for my Easter dinner, I am having some tomato soup. I had it yesterday. I'm going to have more of it today. Maybe I'll put some Ritz crackers in it. But yeah. So that is all that's happening here. I'm going to finish watching my movie though. And Sue, if you find any other good movies or a really good movie, let me know. I spend half the time searching for them. Oh, last night, everybody was talking about how good that series Outlander is. And I had never watched it. It just didn't look like something that I would like because it's dated way, way too long ago in this, So it just didn't seem like I would like it. So I never really started watching it when it was on the TV. So everybody has been talking about how good it was. So I thought, well, I'll watch the first couple episodes and see how it is. So it's in series, and I watched the first episode on Netflix, and it ended, and now I'm interested, okay? That's all that was on there. Is that where it stopped? Is it going to now be on? Do we have to wait now? Like Virgin River? That's what happened with that one. It stopped, and the next one isn't going to start till the new year. Now, is Outlander, was it just the first series or first episodes that were on? Oh. Sue says we had Easter dinner yesterday. Oh, because Ken works today. Ken is her son-in-law, and he's a fireman. So, yeah. Just put her name on with yours now to start. That's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. Yeah, I think we are too. Bumblebee, my chicken beagle is already pacing. No wind, just cloudy. Her tail must be tingling. Yeah. I know. Dexter can always tell also before anything really happens. So I will probably give him his melatonin. Sue says, I watched Angie Has Fallen last night. Great actors. Is the movie any good? Angel. Oh, Angel Has Fallen. Yeah, I would like to see Call of the Wild, but it's still one you have to pay for, I think. It's on Prime Video, but I think you have to pay for it yet. But yeah, I want to see that one. So I'm going to close for now and finish watching the movie. Maybe have my big Easter dinner. I do have some chocolate cake left. Thank goodness I put some of that big chocolate cake I got in the freezer and I pulled it out. 8 in the chat. Oh, good. Hi. If anybody's in here that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to build up my YouTube channel. It's slow going. But if you'd all subscribe, or anybody that's here that is not subscribed, it would really help me. And push the little bell so that you get a notification when I get on here. Mostly I do reselling videos. However, I do other things too. I do things about my animals and things about my gardens and my chickens, and I'm getting a washing machine, a tiny little washing machine's going to come hopefully tomorrow. I'll make a video about that. Just stuff. Anyway, I'm going to close for now. And Wendy's going to photograph and list. Good girl. I haven't been in the mood either, so you're not alone. It's this whole thing that's going on. Yeah, it's just maddening. So I will see you all in the next couple days. Be good and rejoice. Christ has risen. And I'll see you in the next couple days. Bye.